welcome to Speculation Sunday on a Sunday. Just as Danny in the house. Danny, how are you doing, my friend?
It's a little delayed, but we're
God.
gonna work. We're gonna work through it. But I'm doing good. Ready for a new year of a ton of construction that we can follow and talk about because we're gonna have a lot of stuff. I think the cool part about it is we still don't know a lot of things, right? We don't know truly a lot of details about Adventures Campus. Stuff like more of the minute details, like little food booths. We're getting like weird permits now about that kind of stuff. We still don't know really what anything's like over at the Coco expansion. So it's like there's a lot of details left unshared. And as they start doing construction, they're going to share more. And I think that's the exciting part.
We don't even have a closing date for Monsters, and we've made it to 2026. What's up with that? Do you feel like now that we're in January, maybe it is a April, May-ish Monsters Inc. closure? What do you think?
I want to say it's probably at the March, April.
March, April. I'm going to go, I think it's still February. I think it's February. Like, I feel like Disney is, they probably don't want to give too long of a, hey, we're going to close Monsters Inc. in 3 months. I think they're kind of more in the a month and a half, and that's all you get. It's like, it's going to be gone. We got to get that ride plowed and dirt field. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Happy New Year. We're in 2026. I can't believe it. All right, Danny, I want to get into some of the things that are just kind of happening now. Hold on, let me bring this up. We had a new foodie guide that dropped, and the way that Disney kind of presented it was like it's the 70th. We're just continuing the 70th celebration.
Yeah. And we kind of get some of these new foods every January too. I always feel like I see Disneyland food at Disneyland chat always like doing some crazy new like weird fried things in January. I feel like that's always the case.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like those buffalo wings that we had before, like the buffalo wings, but like over like the honey barbecue wings or whatever?
Yeah, it does feel like early in the year Disney does something. But I think the new additions that are arriving, they all look great. Like I think like there's nothing I could point at and like why are they doing that? To me, everything was great. Did you have a chance to look it over yourself?
Not everything. So I'd love to review it now, honestly.
Well, that'll take too long, Danny. I think Disney.
No, the one when I say review it now, I mean just review like the things that you're interested in. I saw a majority of it on people's social.
Yeah, so. No, the one right here, this one, Danny. These like breakfast chilaquiles coming to Avenger Campus. Super random of a location, but hey, I'll take it. It really seems like they wanted to hone in on breakfast stuff because we also got this one. Another fantasy fair fold, I guess they're calling them. It's just a crunch wrap, I'll call it a crunch wrap. But it's a breakfast version, so that really stood out to me. The other thing that stood out to me are the puffs. This puffs right here. It looks like Disney just kind of gave up on the churros, like the swirly churros. I guess that just didn't work out because all of a sudden we got these puffs. I've had some of those puffs there before at that location. They're just whatever. Nothing to write home about.
No, didn't you have like a green one and or a blue one and it made you like go to the bathroom weird?
Yeah. You best believe when you go to the bathroom, they're gonna come out just like that. Be Lucky Charms in that toilet. There was one more where I was like, oh, right here. The lamplight, I think it's belly bows. Like I've had quite a different variations of ballads at the Lamplight Lounge. They're always awesome. So I'm assuming these will be just as great as the other. Uh, but I think it's cool. I like that they're adding stuff and they're keeping things fresh. One thing that I was surprised, Danny, is that they were calling chicken teriyaki skewer new. I'm like, they had to have done chicken teriyaki at Bengal Barbecue before, right? But they call it new.
No, they haven't really. They had the chieftain chicken skewer, which is still a sweet sauce, much like teriyaki. So it might not taste super different, but chieftain chicken is more like it's almost like a sweet chili sauce, really.
I
So it's not the same as teriyaki.
I like that one that you're talking about. I've had that one.
Yeah, I usually get my Bengal rice plate. Usually, I get the chieftain chicken skewer and the Bengal beef skewer, not the
Mm.
banyan, because the banyan one's the spicy one. So
And then another thing I want to bring up, I'm just curious. Uh, we're gonna get a Geppetto, or sorry, Geppetto, Jiminy Cricket sipper. Do you think maybe Jiminy Cricket gets some love in the coming months, or this is just what was on the schedule? Because we never see Jiminy Cricket at Disneyland. We never see him.
well, I feel like we're in that focus of finishing off the 70th, and like Jiminy's like a big part of like the whole "When You Wish Upon a Star," which is very synonymous of like Disney and Disneyland history. So maybe I could see the tie-in. Um, but other than that, I mean, I don't know what else was planned. So for the 70th, I'm trying to remember what did we get for the 70th as far as bucket goes.
Was
We
it
had the like we had the like
Mickey?
Mr. Toad ride vehicle, right? Was that part of that?
Was it maybe? I don't even remember, Danny. Uh, I've kind of got out of the bucket sipper game. The only bucket that got me last year was this one. That was from AMC. This was the only one where I was like, I gotta buy it.
The one that you can put on your face.
Yeah. I don't even remember. It had to have been the Mr. Toad because I remember the Mr. Toad thing. So maybe there's a Snow White coming. Maybe because look, they did a Alice sipper thing, straw clip thing or whatever. So maybe there's a yeah, Snow White or a carousel. Maybe a carousel. I don't know. We'll see. The 70th. It's kind of weird that we're still in the 70th, everybody. But I'm excited for Paint the Night. They had Jiminy Cricket meet and greet in Frontierland Theater. When? I never seen it. I don't even recall the last time I seen Jiminy Cricket, dude. It was probably an After Dark event is the last time I've seen Jiminy Cricket. But yeah, it is what it is. Danny, is there anything you want to talk about that you want to bring up?
Nothing that I can think of. There hasn't been too much difference. I've been trying to keep an eye on if there's any construction changes or anything like that. Nothing that I really saw. Anything specific you wanted to bring up from Universal or not before we? Was there anything else at Disneyland you wanted to talk about?
Let me go to Universal. I saw this today. I saw this today. So there's already been rumors for a while, ever since this retaining wall was being constructed, that there could be a tent that will get built in this area. I noticed it today. There was very clear X marks. Let me zoom in. You see it right here? One, and then two. They're hard to see because of rain. I think I zoomed in better. Yeah, and then there was more. Like these X marks were. It was a pretty big area. Uh, I
And
think
this is supposed to be a walkthrough for Fan Fest nights.
that's the rumor. That is the rumor. That essentially a tent, a more permanent tent, something that will be here for a while, will get built in this area, and then it'll be used for Fan Fest. And then the big rumor is that it'll be used for horror nights. So it just kind of adds to the realm of walkthrough, more walkthroughs, which I'm not complaining about. I would love for more walkthroughs, and that's one of the other big rumors too with HHN, that this tent going here would be a ninth tent. So there would be 9 mazes that would come to Horror Nights in 2026. I keep saying I'll believe it when I see it with 9 things coming to Horror Night, because it seems like eight's like the number they keep choosing. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up.
Chris West brought up a good point. He said that Pinocchio celebrated 85 years last year, so maybe it's a late shipment or something they wanted to delay for the movie.
I didn't even know that. That's kind of crazy. 85 years. Wow. That is a lot of years. Is there something you want at FanFest this year? I don't know. I really don't know what I would want from FanFest. Anything in particular you want, Danny?
The only thing I want is K-pop Demon Hunters, so I hope they bring it to the event in some fashion, whether that's the show that's in the theater, whether it's just a meet and greet like it was for Wicked, whether it's like a cool walkthrough. I mean, I don't know if that's possible, but that's all really I'd be looking for.
K-pop Demon Hunter would do good in the Kung Fu Panda Theater, because it would expand and it would wind and water. There's a lot of cool stuff that could happen in that theater with K-pop Demon Hunter. K-pop Demon Hunter is a good one, Danny. Very, very good one.
Mm-hmm.
What do I want? Honestly, at this point, I'm just gonna say Power Rangers. That's what I want. I want Power Rangers. Bring Power Rangers to FanFest. I guess they would just have to be meet and greets. I doubt they do a stunt show of some sort, but Power Rangers would be sick. What are you gonna say, Danny?
No, I was just gonna say I sent you a couple things that we were gonna talk about, or that we were talking about last week, that had changed a little bit between now and last week. So one was a new permit in regards to the parking structure, which we talked about not really hearing a lot about of when we were on the show last week. It kind of went dead over there. On my last couple visits to Disneyland, when before we were blocked out for the holiday season, I was actually going in that direction on foot just to see if there was any kind of markers on the ground or anything I could see, and there really wasn't any difference from the first time Mondo and I had walked that when it first got announced that they were gonna, where the location was. And so, but we did get some new permits filed that Theme Park IQ shared. But it shared that it's going to be 3.2 million square feet, 8-level parking structure with 302 EV chargers, which is a welcome addition. So, because I don't even know, I want to say Toy Story lot has 88, and the Mickey and Friends parking structure has like 24 or something like that, something 20 or 30, maybe 40. I don't even know. It's not that much. So
How
this is.
How many floors is Mickey and Friends? Is it 5?
I think it's just 6, because you have Chippendale on the bottom, then you have Daisy on number 2. 3, I want to say is Mickey. 4 is Goofy. 5, or it's like, I just know it's the Fab Five, right? But it's like the Fab Five plus Chippendale on the bottom floor, so I think it's 6, because it's Chippendale, Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Donald, and Goofy.
Dude, eight levels. That's a lot of parking, dude. Damn.
Mm-hmm. So it's definitely bigger than Mickey and Friends and Pixar Pals.
I think the number one thing Disney's going to make money on at the theme parks next year or in the next years is parking. Parking will probably be $50 by the time this thing is done. It'll be like $55 to park at Disneyland. And just 1,000 cars is the amount of money they're making. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This parking structure is it's going to set up Disney so good. It's still mind-boggling, Danny, that this new parking structure is being added with the idea of like increasing capacity by that much. Because we're
Yeah, I want to say too. We have to remember too, like the even though it's 8 levels, just like Mickey and Friends, the first level of this parking structure is gonna be basically nothing other than just oversized parking potentially and or handicap parking, because they have to have so much of the transportation stuff downstairs. Not only, however, there may be transportation for the guests going to and from, but remember this is now a transportation hub area,
a lot of
so there's no longer a harbor boulevard where buses this eventually, right? There's no longer going to be a harbor boulevard where buses from all around the resort at different hotels can come in like there is where Toy Story buses drop you off and the hotel buses drop you off. This parking structure will be that hub now. So not only are the people who are parking there going through security there, but everyone who's coming in as a transportation hub. More than likely, this is probably going to be the area for Uber and Lyft drop off too. So
for
this is going to
sure.
be probably the busiest area to come in and out of at Disneyland. So I really hope they figure out traffic flow on this bridge, and also the exits of the parking structure. Because just imagine that level of people after the parade gets out or after the fireworks. Like this is going to be a crazy place to park as far as
And
crowds
knowing
go,
Disney,
because it has to be that hub.
there will probably be one exit for this massive structure. Oh man, I welcome it though. The only good things are coming out of all this expansion everywhere. Uh, we got a question. Let me see.
We got a few questions. A really good one from Chris West, actually, or more of a comment. He said, I hope they add more bathrooms to the structure. It sucks that the Pixar side doesn't have any, but you have to walk to the Mickey side to go to the bathroom. I agree, especially if you got kids and you're trying to pack them up to go on a potentially long drive back. Having only one bathroom on the first floor of one structure is just not enough. That's one thing I love about Toy Story is that the bathrooms there are huge and they're great. They're like the best bathrooms at Toy Story.
They're
So
used, which is crazy to think. I love a Toy Story bathroom. Always convenient.
yeah, me too. They're always clean and good. So I hope this structure has like tons of bathrooms on it and lots of trash cans, more importantly.
Gustavo says since a new Mummy movie is speculated, a Mummy maze in the queue for the Mummy ride. I don't think so, my friend. I don't think they're going to be doing
Mm,
anything like
I
that.
welcome any mummy stuff, but I just don't think so.
Yeah, I just doubt it. Stephanie, I run the Disney half on February 1st. Do you think there'll be Valentine decorations up, especially the heart display in the front? The heart display, as
Um,
far as I know, is like destroyed. It's literally just don't never think about it. I've asked this for
yeah, unfortunately,
years.
Stephanie, we haven't had it for a really long time. It's been a couple years now, few years since we've had the heart structure, and everyone's always asked about it every single year because it hasn't returned for like the last two Sweethearts nights, and Mondo had received word that it was like it's been destroyed. It's like no longer saved. Like it wasn't something that they chose to save.
which,
So
which is odd because that thing was perfect. It could have been there for 10 more years and it would have been fine. uh,
yeah,
I don't think.
Noah Wilson says.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just gonna
go
say I
ahead.
don't think there's Valentine decorations. It's only for after dark people. Sadly.
Yeah. Noah Wilson 4305 says they should add bathrooms to each level of the structure. That would really help people who need to go to the bathroom last minute. This is what Universal does, and I mean basically, and they have like every other level has bathrooms, but um, I love how Universal does their bathrooms in the structure. Like you can always find a bathroom at Universal in the structure
Easy.
whenever you need it. It's like super great.
That is true that you mentioned that. There is bathrooms on a lot of levels of Universal. And on all the
Mm-hmm.
parking structures, Jurassic, ET, Frank, they all have bathrooms everywhere or restrooms everywhere.
Yeah, the ET ones are big too.
Damn, Disney went cheap with the Pixar one when you really look back at it. Uh, let me see. Um, talk about after dark events, Danny. I didn't realize that we're actually about to have an after dark event like now. uh, what is it called? Sweetheart Nights. Um, where is it? View all events. Sweetheart Nights, January 22nd. So 18 more days. Have you heard anything about Sweetheart Nights? Like a whisper of it? Or no?
Mm-mm.
I know I haven't
No.
heard anything either. Somebody did mention that dates were selling out, and it looks like they are. There's like what, two, four, five, 7 dates. Only 2 days left. Oh no, damn! There's a lot. There's a lot of days. Wait, am I looking at February twice? There's just 2 days left for Sweetheart Night. If you're trying to take your sweetheart to this event, you got January 22nd and February 10th. Um, every time I've done Sweetheart Night, it has been fun. But a lot of people were saying it was boring last year. Um, that's just what I heard. I'm not trying to even hate on it. It's literally what people told me. Does this thing have fireworks this year? Celebrate Love Cavalcade. Once Upon a Dream. Disney. Damn, they got a lot of new stuff. No fireworks. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be going to this one, Danny. Are you going to Sweetheart Night?
No. No.
I'm still contemplating the other one, the 70 Years of Magic. That one I am contemplating right here. March 3rd. That one's March 3rd. We'll see. We'll see on these After Dark events.
So we had another thing I sent you, Mondo. Last month or last week on the show, we talked about just how large the space is by watching Mondo's video clip from his vlog of the new Portos. And then the walls, since they were put up and extended. Well, since the last episode, we've seen now a video posted during the 2-week shutdown for blockout for annual passes. They started tearing out the ticket booths, which is crazy. This is an
Broad
iconic
daylight
thing. Broad daylight, just grabbing that Mickey section and just ripping it out. It's just crazy because this is part of Disneyland Resort. Like when Disneyland changed from Disneyland to Disneyland Resort, these ticket booths were installed. And that their history, right? I mean, we need to see them go. But the other thing that's crazy is that like this kind of marks the beginning of the end of ticket booths at Disneyland. Ticket booths have always been a staple at Disneyland, and it's
forever.
almost like Disneyland's doing this first, and who's the next theme park to do it? Is it Knott's? Because their ticket booths are surely never used, and most of the time they're just blocking the entrance to get into the park. So
And
does Knott's
Knott's
follow suit?
hurts
Can you
you.
get rid of that too?
Knott's hurts you if you use their ticket booths because you could buy like a Scary Farm ticket for like $80, but if you buy it in person at the ticket booth, it's like 120. Like it's some brutality.
Yeah.
Like they don't want you to use the ticket booths.
Yeah,
it is sad to see that.
This
though.
is crazy. It's marking the end of ticket booths at Disneyland. They're still there, right? But they're pretty much all going to be gone at this point eventually. Once different construction start in different areas. But this was just crazy, right? This is the first kind of real sign that we have in the Esplanade of major change coming to that space since it was turned into a resort when California Adventure opened. So it's crazy. It's crazy time.
Let's ask the
25
part
years later,
from Theme Park and Things. He says, when we get a new Esplanade, we could get new ticket booths. I doubt it. They want that Esplanade just open, in my opinion. I doubt it.
Yeah, they're not going to have ticket booths. They're selling tickets still. They need to have some sort of area to go, right? Not only just for selling tickets, but they need something for people to go to for the DAS, which they have, right? And then they need one too for people that have issues with their annual pass, right? Payment hasn't gone through. They need to change payment on file. So there's still a need for people to go in person to do a ticket booth. Plus, like if someone wants to buy their annual pass with like a gift card, or they want to buy their annual pass in cash, and they don't want to pay with a credit card on the internet, they can do that in person. And that's what
Yeah.
the ticket booths are generally used for. So there's still a need for them, but right now they're currently doing all of that at the group sales window outside Disneyland next to the lockers.
Mhm.
So that's the only spot to be doing that. The ticket booths on the other side, closer to the Harbor Boulevard side, those are just being utilized partially for the DAS, and then the other ones are just empty. So
I feel like it might just be like one ticket booth, Danny. That is like the future. Just one. There's just one that does everything. Uh, we
and
got.
then I saw you another thing, Mondo. We do have one thing coming up. Lunar New Year starts in about 20 or 19 days. 19 days. January 23rd to February 22nd. It's the year of the horse. Um, Probably going to have horse color going on there, but if you look at the page, it doesn't really indicate anything new, right? They're still going to have the Mulan's Lunar New Year procession, the Hurry Home before the World of Color, um, special merchandise, food booths. At least we're not losing any food booths. We're at 6. So here's my theory, Mondo. Lunar New Year Festival used to be the smallest festival as far as the number of booths that we had. And slowly but surely, the Festival of Holidays and the Food and Wine Festival have shrunk also to 6 booths. So I want to say, like, is this their new norm? Like 6 booths is the max and we just never go past 6 at that point?
I think that's probably what it is, Danny. 6 is it. They don't want to go beyond that. Um, yeah, I think Disney is not really. They're not prioritizing these food events anymore. There obviously must be data that people are just not doing it like they used to, and I know this is not the best comparison, but I feel like Festival of Holidays food was non-existent in the social media world. Nobody cared. I know some people might disagree with that, but I'm on social media every day, all day. This is where we do. I didn't see Festival of Holiday. Like, what was the number one item everybody raved about? I don't know. I could tell you the items I liked. The tamal, that was super good. But maybe they're looking at it like that too, because Disney cares a lot about social media. That's all they care about, honestly, sometimes. And maybe they're looking at the statistics, Danny, that like these food events, nobody cares. They're not making the money they want.
Yeah, potentially. So yeah, we got those 6 booths listed there. If you scroll down, Mondo, the Bamboo Blessings, Wrapped with Love, Lucky 8 Lantern, Prosperity Bound Buns, Red Spice Traders, and Longevity Noodle Company, and they're featuring the sandwich in that photo that Mondo and I had on as one of our top picks last year's festival. So it sounds like maybe that might be returning since it does say it's celebrating new and returning options. So
I'm gonna go on a
the other
limb,
thing I thought was kind
and
of
90% of these items will be the same as last year. I'm just gonna. That's what it's gonna be.
well, so far every year the bao bun has had some sort of new filling in it. So like one year it was like pepperoni pizza or something like that, and then another year it was um like a birria. Wasn't it like a birria one, or was that an egg roll? It was an egg roll,
I
I
think
think.
that was an egg roll. All right, remember it was
Yeah.
like red, like food dye red bao bun of something. I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah, the panda one. But if you scroll down, I thought something kind of interesting in the merchandise section. If you scroll down a little bit more, Lunar New Year merchandise. So they called out um, right there. They specifically call out that there will be a new Spirit jersey, which obviously that makes sense. A new ear headband and a new pin, but they call out 3 shops where they'll be. They say Elias and Company Festival Gifts, which is the the gift store that they put in front of like Little Mermaid over there, and then Acorns Gifts and Goods, which is the gift shop inside the Grand. So this pretty much confirms to me that the Grand then is going to have some sort of Lunar New Year display and
Yeah.
serving special food in there as well too. Because if they're going to be doing Lunar New Year goods inside Acorns, it makes sense that they would probably be tying that in too.
Mm.
So
Since we're talking about Lunar New Year, I want to bring this up real quick, Danny. Someone tagged me like literally 20 minutes ago, maybe. Let me refresh my Instagram. Hold on.
Noah Wilson, while you've been looking for that, Noah Wilson said, I've seen more people talk about Whoville food at Universal this holiday season, not Disneyland's holiday offerings.
Everybody talking about Grinchmas. Grinchmas was popular. Right here, Danny. Look at this. Look at that. Damn, the last one. That was it. Um, I do we get the Lunar New Year processional? Like is Disney trying to go out of their way and wait for the Lunar New Year to finish before they actually start construction on Coco Land? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Because this door is very important to all that.
Well, it kind of is, but remember, the last couple of years, the Lunar New Year procession starts in Hollywoodland next to the Guardians of the Galaxy,
Oh, it starts that
basically
side?
Avengers Campus.
Wait, does it
Yeah,
end over
that's
here?
where it starts.
Did it end over here though?
It ends over here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Mm.
they go the full parade route. But remember, maybe this year they don't do that. Maybe this year they just loop around Carthay Circle. We don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe cart day is where they just circle and then that's it. They come back.
Mm-hmm.
Because that float is not so grand that it can't do a circle around cart day. I feel like it could.
Yeah.
Um, Damn, dude. I was watching this video and I was like, damn, it like hit me that yeah, that's the last Viva Navidad for a while. Uh, a good buddy, she was speculating that she thinks Viva's just done. It's done. Who knows
Well,
what comes
technically, when you
when
look at the
Coco
next,
comes? Like when
when you look
Coco.
at Holidays Mondo, the new Holidays page, it lists it there. But things could change. But when you look at Holiday 2026, it's listed as an option.
Yeah, let me see. Let me
Yeah.
see. Disneyland. Where would I look? Disneyland calendar?
No, you go to Disneyland Holidays 2026, and then it's the holidays and Christmas.
That's a beautiful photo. New Year's 20, early 20. Oh, fall holidays. Find out more. Mm. Wait, this is this year's.
I know there's. I'm looking for it right now, so I could show you it.
I wonder if everything's all discounted now. Yeah, 50% off on Christmas stuff. Dang, I don't even remember none of this merch.
I sent you the link, Fondo.
All right, let me see. And it lists Viva Navidad?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I think that's the one I was in, Danny.
Nope, this is a different one. You
Where do
scroll
you?
down. Scroll
Um,
down to holidays.
Holidays.
So holidays starts on November 18th, and then you say find out more, and it takes you to the page that still shows Viva Navidad.
Well, no, right here it says this stuff though. This is still right now, Danny.
I know, but like it's still taking you to that page. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. But things could
Wow.
change.
Uh, have somebody I could ask like that would honestly tell me the real answer, and I'll try to get that answer soon. But from what I'm hearing, Viva Navidad is done. Like I don't know. I don't want to be like, oh, I don't think he'll ever come back. But does Viva Navidad fit in with Coco? I don't think so. I honestly would say no. Damn, that's so cool. What an awesome video. Um, Let me ask that question to you, Danny. Does Viva Navidad fit in with Coco Land?
Potentially, they could do a different version of it. But like I said, I feel like we have to shift our focus to these events being more so a Hollywood Land slash Carthay thing for the time being, moving forward, rather than a this side of the resort kind of thing.
Yeah, like anything that's happening in the Goofy Sky School area is done. Just don't even think about it. Anything in that area, it's done. I don't doubt that Encanto show comes back and it just gets moved to Hollywood Land, I guess. That's just that'll be the new norm. Oh man. What's up, Carla Kiko? What's up, Carlos? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. That would crush so many people. Well, Disney loves crushing so many people. They just took out Rivers of America in Florida, which devastated a lot of people. Like literally. The bottom of Lunar New Year page shows a map of the processional. And it still has Paradise Gardens area for now. Wow, really? I'm on that page. How would I find that? The processional? I guess Mulan's processional? Oh, look, Danny. They got it like that. What just happened? Damn. I think, if this map is right, I think these are like the stops, maybe? Or no?
No, those are the different entertainment areas for Lunar New Year.
They are? Because one of them's pointing right at freaking Emotional Whirlwind. That's weird.
Yeah, because it says, when you click it, it says character experiences, Lunar New Year procession.
Oh, maybe I see. Okay, but they could do characters. Catch a captivating procession that travels from Hollywood Land to Paradise Gardens. So there you go. It's still damn. So we won't be seeing walls in Coco area for a while until Lunar New Year ends.
So you think it's just stuff on the back end?
Damn. Maybe, yeah. Maybe the Coco construction will just be like how Danny's saying, the back end, like behind Incredicoaster. And then once Lunar New Year ends, they just clean out everything. Damn. Some cool investigation. Thank you, whoever said that. Angie LA. Thank you.
Did it switch to the bad Wi-Fi, Mondo?
Nah, dude. We're on the good Wi-Fi. It's the good one. Soaring Across America is going to be the newest yet temporal ride coming to California Adventure. Yeah, we're going to have essentially Soaring Over America. I'm excited for that version. I would have to assume that they're not going to do anything major to the backstage area just yet. That may still be a couple of months down the line. I don't know. When I think of all these construction projects, I think urgency at this point. I don't think they're really trying to lag on anything because they have to get to the next project, which in this case would be Avatar. So Avengers, Coco, Avatar, parking structure, Portos, Arthur and Sons, whatever the hell happened to that thing. And for all we know, there's probably new construction that we don't know that could be announced at D23. New projects. I feel like they have to clear backstage and move the service road before they start any construction. I don't know, man. We'll see. Man. One thing I do know, Pixar Pals Parade, whatever, Better Together, that one ain't coming back. So maybe it's just right after Lunar New Year. They just start wrecking everything over there. But yeah. All right. All right. Um, I want to bring something up that I saw. It was Carter Sauce is the one that posted it, and I want to get your opinion, Danny, because like, what are these for? That's what my first thought was. What are these for? These electronic signs that say boarding is this way for Soren. Why is Disney doing this?
I don't know. I saw them using those the week of Christmas, the week before Christmas, outside the ticket booths, like telling people to have like their tickets ready to scan or like ready to take a photo, like things like that. I feel like they're testing them and like using them in different spaces to see if it can work better, maybe than having a cast member there doing directional work. Maybe that's the whole reason. Like they're trying to test these in different spots and see how well it works as far as guiding directions, rather than having someone there with one of those sticks that goes like this.
I that makes sense. That makes sense. They don't want to. They don't want to pay a person. They're like, just put one of those. Someone mentioned in those comments of Carter Sauce, at least put the wait time there. Put the wait time right there. But because my thoughts were, I don't think people are having issues finding Soren. At least I would have never thought that. But maybe they're expecting a lot of people. It's their first trip ever to Disneyland, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. People can't find the entrance to the track. I don't think so. I've never met anybody that's like, do you know where Soren is? I have really hard time finding where Soren is. I never heard that. It's there to advertise Soren to people walking by when it arrives. Yeah, I guess. The wait time for Soren is in terrible location. That I do agree. That is in terrible location. You have to go deep in there to find that time. But yeah, I saw that from Carter Sauce recently. Oh, I want to bring something else up. I think it's Knots related from our Knots adventure. Let me go. I don't know if she put it in her story. Was it in her story?
Wanda, did you renew yet using the Six Flags method?
No. Or my Diamond Elite. I just have Knots now. But I already had a Knots pass. Like I have a Knots pass in general, just period.
But that ended on the 31st.
Well, what I was gonna say. I did a media event for that bank that is right outside of Knott's, and one of their incentives was a Knott's pass. So I have a Knott's pass through them. Oh man! So I had I don't want to say a free Knott's pass, but I have a Knott's pass period. But I already have a Knott's pass from Six Flags. I'm like double Knott's pass. Let's see. I forgot what it was that I saw at Knott's where I was like,
well, I wanted our Knott's Adventure to confirm what Attractions 360 was saying, because we didn't talk about it on the show last week, but Attractions 360 essentially said that if you buy the Prestige Pass from Six Flags, because they changed the Prestige Pass both at Knott's and at Six Flags to include all parks. So if you buy the Prestige Pass at Six Flags, it's actually cheaper than buying it at Knott's. But then because it gives you all access to parks, it gives you all the access to Knott's Berry Farm, including the preferred parking and including the access to the VIP lounge and the one fast lane per visit. So potentially saving like over $100. Just buying it from Six Flags website instead of Knott's, which is crazy. I don't know if our Knott's Adventure was able to confirm that, but I'm going to pull up right now from Attractions 360. That's what I was telling Mondo to do because he's paying so much for a Diamond Elite Pass that literally does nothing anymore, and then he can get free stuff at Knott's, including preferred parking.
Diamond Elite, I get preferred parking. Supposedly,
But you get it at Knott's too.
my preferred parking is going to work at Knott's now. At least that's what I remember. The Diamond Elite details are so stupid. It's like I gotta ask people for it. What I mean by ask people, I gotta ask like my social medias, not like the workers. But my Diamond Elite, I get like two or three front of the line every time I go to the parks, and I get access to the water park, and the big one where I was like, okay, I really want to keep it, is that I always get access to Fright Fest. I don't think those other passes get access to Fright Fest, so only Diamond Elite is the one that gets that. But I could be wrong. All that could be wrong as far as I know. Knott's is not the best with giving information. Mondo, Danny, what are your thoughts on Christmas overall at Disneyland? Seemed a bit lackluster to me this year. Something was off about the vibe. Were the vibes off for you, Danny, at Christmas, or you loved it?
The vibes were only off because of the weather, and not because it was raining, but because we had so many of these weird days in December where we had that crazy fog. Now, being fogged out on New Year's Eve is not an unnormal thing. That's pretty normal and standard for like the last, I want to say 5 to 10 years at Disneyland. There's been so many instances I can think of where the New Year's Eve fireworks show is like just fogged out and you're just looking at colored fog. This is why generally we chose to go to DCA, because the World of Color show was so much closer to you. So it didn't really matter, the fog. But this year there were so many days in December that were fogged up. Like I didn't even enjoy Believe in Holiday Magic, which is kind of sad, but that's the only thing that felt different to me. And I sent you, Mondo, the link to the thing that Attractions 360 posted.
For the Christmas vibes, I thought they were good. One thing I did notice, for whatever reason, I wasn't at Disneyland late very much at all. I think if I could like pinpoint, like just be like, that's why I wasn't at Disneyland late at all, really. World of Color Season of Light was not happening. I haven't watched World of Color in a very long time. I like boycott World of Color Happy. World of Color 1. I've been boycotting World of Color for, I feel like, a long time. I don't care for these World of Colors. They're garbage. I think they're bad. But I wouldn't say the vibes were off. It's just the same-o. That's really what it is. I don't know. I don't know how they could spruce up Christmas. They gotta do a lot of stuff. One thing that can be done is obviously a new parade. I think a new parade would bring so much fresh air to Disneyland Christmas. I think more talking Christmas characters would probably go a long way too. Maybe if they could put more Jack Skellington Santa Claus versions, like have multiple of them, not just one. I think that would go a long way. Jack Skellington's one of the top meet and greets during Christmas. But I don't know. I had fun. There's nothing I could hate on. One thing I did kind of struggle, and I know it sounds weird to say this, is using my Festival of Holiday tabs. Because when you finally start walking to all the booths and trying to figure out where to use your tab, you're kind of like, there's not many options that I like or even care to use. I guess it's the tamale again. That's how I felt with the tabs. But let me go to that thing, Danny. Let me see. You sent me two. I got it right here. Where are we at? Where are we at? All right, Danny. This one, it's insane how much value the $175 Six Flags Prestige Season Pass gives you. To bring a friend, free parking, skip the line per visit. Damn, that's good. This per visit. They must have changed that from last year, because last year I don't think it was that.
That's how it was at Knott's.
I don't know if Six Flags did they have a Prestige? I don't know. I'm not too informed on the pass. I just have Diamond Elite.
That's what I'm saying, but you pay so much for the Diamond Elite, and this is like just as good, but like half the cost.
This one's not preferred parking, Danny, and I get 2 skip the lines.
Well, look, go to the bottom part.
I get Fright Fest. Go
to the bottom part.
The second tweet.
Yeah, right here.
Incredible deal. Just purchased $175. Buy your Prestige Pass at Six Flags. It's much cheaper than buying it at Knott's, where it's $250. That's a savings of $75. Damn. Well, there you go. You're as weird as that sounds. You want to buy your Knott's Prestige at Six Flags, and it'll work at both parks.
Yeah, the Arnott's Adventure posted earlier. They said that the only difference is the past perks. They believe it's Arnott's Adventure's understanding that this year will be the first year that they make the perks park specific to where you bought the pass. So yeah, you'll get access to Knott's Berry Farm, but your park perks will be specific to like Six Flags if you bought the Six Flags pass.
And our Knott's Adventure brought up the best perk, Danny. I get 50% off. I love it. I feel like I'm rich when I have 50% off. I get a soda for like $2, $3 sometimes. Like, you can't beat that. You can't. 50% is so dirty. But it's a good tip though, Danny. The buy it at Knott's or at Six Flags. Buy your Prestige at Six Flags.
But we need our Knott's Adventure to confirm that. So if people were to take that advice and buy it at Six Flags, are they getting screwed out of the preferred parking at Knott's and the one fast lane per visit plus the VIP lounge? Is that not available to them if they're buying it there? We need Knott's Adventure to confirm that.
Does my Diamond Elite get me in the Prestige Lounge? I hope so. I'm going to use that every time. Go get a bag of chips. I wouldn't even get
why aren't you using your preferred parking at Knott's is what I want to know.
Well, these things only kick in this year. It's a this year thing. So, damn, I'm going to be all fancy parking in Prestige. Man, I need to go to. I might go to Knott's this week just to do all these things. We got Johnny Super Chat. Have you guys seen the footage for Falcon's flight? And would you ride it, Mondo? And I know, Danny, you wouldn't, but to me, it looks amazing. Falcon.
No, I absolutely would ride it. I don't have an issue with roller coasters at all. I have an issue with roller coasters that just flip all the time, because or spin, like Hollywood fucking, what do you call it? The drift ride, because it's like you're spinning all around and it's like you can't, if I can see where I'm going and I can look and the roller coaster is going in the same direction that I can see, I have no issue with that roller coaster. Or if it's like Hang Time at Knott's, where it's just flipping literally every single time the ride's moving, it's in some sort of inversion. That's literally Hang Time at Knott's. Then I can't do that either, because it's just too disorienting. But Falcon's Flight has no inversions and it's just speed, which I think is fun. Speed and length.
This is super fun. You're just being launched so just hard. I think this is their promo video they did of the kickoff of that roller coaster. This roller coaster is just insane. There's no. I want to play the audio right here. Listen to the speed that this thing has to gain for what it's gonna do right now. Look at this. Look at this. And it stops you right there? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it slows it down.
Like, here, look at this tall view. It's just insane. This ride has to be super duper fun. I don't think it's like taxing on your body per se, because like how Danny said, you're not doing all like I feel like hang time would mess you up more than whatever this does. Hang time, you're just like, I don't even know where I'm at. If I'm upside down, twisting, turn, it's just, yeah, hang time's crazy. Hang time's super crazy. But yeah, Falcon's flight is nuts. If I had a chance to do it, I would not be scared to do it. But you got to travel a long way to get on that ride. Our good buddies SoCal Attractions are going to be there soon. I saw them post on Twitter that they got their tickets.
Arnott's Adventure Mondo says we heard from a couple people that their Diamond Elite passes did work for preferred parking, but they were not let into the lounge. Not sure if that's an employee error or if it's the case for 26.
How does that make sense? You get preferred parking and not the lounge? That's wild. Damn. I guess I could ask my Instagram. I know there's a lot of people that would know that answer. That's so weird. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what my Diamond Elite gets me. It's. I wish Six Flags would put it on their website, and it's just simple. You can look at it. These are my perks. But they don't do it. They don't do it. Danny, were you able to do Velocicoaster? Have you ever had a chance to do that one, Danny?
No, I never did. I didn't want to. I skipped.
Velocicoaster, I fit on the second time I went. I fit on it, and it was nuts. That launch is crazy, and it's nowhere near the Falcon's flight launch speed. I could just imagine that one.
Mondo, Voodoo Chicken 13 says the Six Flags Prestige Pass with parking is cheaper than the Knott's Basic Pass with parking. That's crazy.
Damn. Yeah, I think it just revolves around Knott's. They have gigantic crowds. They bring the crowds. Knott's is very busy. If I'm not mistaken, Knott's was the one park that like attendance kept going up compared to all these other parks. Six Flags, they're building momentum. I could see it. They're getting busier. They are for sure getting busier. But it makes sense. It makes sense. Especially too at Knott's. Knott's knows people have more money over there. You got Disneyland over here. It's just more tourism, you know.
But we still need Arnott's Adventure to confirm if someone were to take our advice or their advice, because she only talked about Diamond Elite. I need her to confirm
on the Prestige.
Can someone buy a Six Flags Prestige and use the perks and that's Berry Farm? That's what I'm interested in. She did talk to Brian and said you have to buy all the all park meal plan at Six Flags, and then it works at Knott's too and Six Flags. So you can add that to your Diamond Elite, Mondo. You could just add an all park meal plan, and then you'll have it at Six Flags and Knott's when you go.
I wish there was a add in and out plan. That's what I wish there was. Carla and Kiko, 54. Happy New Year, Happy New Year to you guys. Happy New Year, Mondo, Danny, and chat. Hope you all had a great holiday season. Looking forward to going down for a Lunar New Year. Are there any foods you want to try Honestly, I really feel like they're just going to bring back the same food. Do you remember what stood out last year for Lunar New Year that we really liked, Danny? Or you
Well,
liked?
that sandwich was one of them. That the sandwich that was in the photo, that was one of them. The other thing that stood out was the gosh, I'm trying to look it up now in my photos. Let me see.
Lunar New Year 2024. Or no, 2025? It'd be 2025?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
I'm looking it
gosh.
up right now.
Dude.
Oh, the wings.
The wings. Yeah, I've seen the video, Danny.
I
Right
remember
here.
you died. I remember you died.
I want to go to this real quick. Where are these wings? I forgot about the wings, dude. Oh, and this pizza thing. You remember the pizza? Or what was this? That thing jacked me up too. You know what I remember? Now that we're talking about Lunar New Year was spicy. Everything jacked me up, dude. Or at least all the stuff I tried. Let's see.
That thing right there destroyed. That destroyed Mondo.
The
That pizza
barbecue
thing
pork was
from
bomb, dude. Bomb. What is this bow? What is this bow?
like a peanut sauce.
This is new, or we've had this before?
This is a repeat from last year.
It's gonna be a repeat from last year of last year. Where is those wings, Danny? I want to show the wings, dude. The banh mi. I hope that comes back. That's my favorite. That is so bomb. And this strawberry cake thing was so good. I could eat like 5 of those things, dude. They were that good. I remember that.
I just remember last Lunar New Year, you were talking about how many bangers there was. You were like, I love this, I love that.
Here it is, Danny. Here it is. Red Dragon Spice Traders. I just want to see this real quick.
Mondo died. We
And
were
this
right
is
in
our
front
last
of
item of the day.
the BBC
Fire
thing.
chicken
We
wings.
like died.
People have been raving all day. We've been asking everybody, what's your favorite?
Yeah, and everybody kept telling us these were like their favorite. It's so bomb. So much flavor. Wrecked me, dude.
Everyone keeps saying fire wings. But they have been saying these are hella spicy. I believe them 100%. Look at this. Look at all the seeds on that. Ooh-wee.
All right, so we're going in on the last item of the day.
Danny just
Everyone's
tried
hyped it up.
Danny just tried it. He reacted to this being spicy, but the flatbread, he didn't react that it was spicy. I thought that was hella spicy already. So, oh wow, this is just like thick. Like a thick piece on here.
Oh my gosh. Mondo's not gonna survive this. It just made my lips go numb.
My mouth's on fire. Oh God, I will never be trying those again. I couldn't do it. I'm not. I don't know. I can't. I'm not strong enough. I don't know what else to say.
Carla and Kiko said hella spicy. Take Tums this year.
Yeah, man. The banh mi and that strawberry cake were ridiculous. Like I could eat multiple of those. Those are my favorite. And we actually liked the Mickey bun, the Mickey hot dog bun that they bring every year. It's never good, but last year it was good. It was really good. Yeah, that hurt, dude. The braised pork with garlic rice is always my Lunar New Year favorite. That one's good too. It comes every year. The wings killed me. I was coughing so much. It was brutal. I was not strong enough for those things. I couldn't do it. The Knott's All Park Dining is only a $5 difference. Okay.
Mondo, it's only 160 to add all park dining to your Diamond Elite, and you would get dining at Six Flags and Knott's.
That's a great deal. That's a great deal.
The whole year.
Yeah, I guess that's a good deal. I got to consider that. I should be at Six Flags this week, and I'm really contemplating going to Knott's. I don't know what I'll do at Knott's, but I just want to park at Prestige and be like, look at, I'm fancy now. I've never parked at the Prestige.
Our Knott's Adventure Mondo said the Magic Mountain Prestige Pass will give you parking and 1 free fast lane. The only difference will be specific park perks they'll be offering this year, but I don't know what those are. And she said you also have to go to Magic Mountain to activate the pass first. And then later in the chat, she said, we did Knott's just because we didn't want to drive 2 hours to Six Flags to activate the pass.
That's a lot of gas. That is a lot. And 2 hours back. Yeah, it's never fun. Driving to Six Flags, it hurts. I don't know what else to say. With Bluey coming to Disneyland, do we expect to see busier days and themed foods and merch? You could expect all of that. Just eliminate Bluey. Like, Bluey has nothing to do with it. They're selling a cheap ticket, the Park Hopper for SoCal resident, for like half the price. And then they're selling a $50 ticket for the kids. So it's like 2 bam super cheap deals for Disneyland tickets. I think just period, it's going to be very busy this year at Disneyland. And I don't even blame Magic Key Holder. We're not the problem. The key holders are not the problem. It's the cheap ticket. The cheap ticket's the one wrecking everybody. That's just my opinion. What do you think, Danny?
Yeah, the cheap tickets, the new annual pass. That's what people who aren't buying passes, that's what they're buying. So it's unfortunately that's going to be the way it is, I think, for a while.
Yeah. We got a comment right here. It's from Santa. I'm just gonna say Santa Mariner. My theory is Disney's audience is family orientated. Knott's is more teenager. Six Flags is more adults. Your thoughts? I think they're all family orientated. That's my opinion. They're all trying to get the same crowd, the parents. Everybody's trying to get the parents, so you could bring the kids. What are your thoughts on this one, Danny?
I think they're all doing the same thing. Six Flags is, they're adding in the Bugs Bunny world. They're trying to bring in a little bit more families. They did do a lot to really destroy that by removing some of the things Mondo and I have talked about in going into the history of Six Flags with like the old Looney Tunes land and the Mooseburger Lodge with the entertainment, the Batman stunt show, all things that, me as a young family growing up, like as a kid, we went to Six Flags every summer to do all that stuff. I stopped going when the focus just became roller coasters. I mean, I loved going on all the roller coasters there. I did it every time, but the fun part was like seeing the Batman stunt show and all the other fun things there that made Six Flags, worth the drive, because I don't necessarily like Arnott's Adventure. Don't really want to drive 2 hours just to ride some roller coasters,
Yeah. And those roller coasters are like intense. Like Six Flags goes hard. They don't really have calm roller coasters. Since we're talking about Six Flags and roller coasters, I do want to bring this up. This is a post from Theme Park Obsession, but it's from the Ambassador ERT on Instagram. There's more track that is arriving for the new roller coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain. A lot of people were saying that these are some of the launches or breaks. So very important pieces of the Six Flags Magic Mountain coaster are arriving. So maybe construction heats up and we start seeing supports and footers and all bunch of concrete everywhere. It could get very exciting. Honestly, could we just see concept art of whatever the hell this is? That's the first step. Could Six Flags give us concept art? But we'll see. We'll see what Six Flags does. Ultimately, Knott's thrives because Disney's so expensive, providing an affordable place for most other families. I think Knott's thrives because it knows its audience. I think that's the most important part. And they do a good job. They cater to the family. That's always been their job. I think Knott's goes more for a classic, cozier approach with their shows and entertainment and vendor booths. I totally agree. I love the classic take on it all. Speaking of Bluey, the Fantasyland Theater is now closed to make way for the Bluey show arriving in March. It's going to be a big deal. Bluey is like a god of streaming. There's no other way to say it. That's the best way to explain what Bluey is. Just a giant in the streaming world, and streaming is all that these companies care about, honestly. I'm excited for Bluey. I have a kid, so I would love to take him to this Bluey thing. And my kid loves Bluey. I like Bluey. It gets annoying after like 3 episodes, but I like Bluey. What do you think about Fantasyland Theater and Bluey, Danny? I don't know if I really asked you about that since it's been announced. What are your thoughts on this edition coming?
I think it's a great use of the space for the time being, right? It's great, but we've been using it for holidays and things like that. It's always been, nice to have a covered space. It's like where it's not raining there. It's also not hot there when it's hot. You can get food at the Troubadour Tavern that's usually themed. So this will be a fun area. And kids will love anything and it will be able to, more importantly, it'll be able to contain Bluey and like the mess that's going to create. Like it can be contained there. So I think it's a good spot for it.
Yeah. And a lot of crowd could be in that Fantasyland Theater, honestly. And it's a nice covered, safe area for all the kids and families. It's a great spot for the Bluey edition. I can't wait to check it out whenever it comes to that area. It's going to be fun. What's your guess on what year Knott's will end up getting another new ride? At this pace, never. I honestly, this is a great time to ask. Danny, what is the new thing that Knott's would like to do? A new store, a new restaurant, a new stage for show? Like what the hell could Knott's do? Or are they just kind of in a holding pattern because that roller coaster is just wrecking them, the Montezuma? And whatever the hell happened with Camp Snoopy and that disaster. What is the next thing for Knott's Berry Farm? It's a really good question to ask, honestly. I want to ask our Knott's Adventure the question too. What is the next thing that Knott's should do? Our Knott's Adventure. If anybody, I would love to hear from her too. But you go, Danny.
Yeah, I definitely want to say I feel like the Montezuma's Revenge situation really screwed them up. They lost a lot of money on that. They had to eat that cost. I know there might have been, I think there was I read something about lawsuits too. So that takes money. So there was certainly some money lost there and that affected their budget. I don't know if that affected what happened in Camp Snoopy, but man, everything that was coming to Camp Snoopy was totally changed. I mean, we didn't get the live show we were supposed to get, that really cool theater, the new character meet and greet area around that waterfall space, like just a bunch of things we didn't actually end up getting. Super big shame, that they kind of cut back on some of that stuff and Camp Snoopy because they took away things that didn't really need to be taken away at the time, right? Like they, like some certain attractions in Camp Snoopy, like they took away the Snoopy on the canoe on that waterfall to put it at the other place and then never did anything with it. So It's like there was no point in removing it to begin with. Like they could, if they weren't going to do anything about it, they should just left it. So it was like there's just a bunch of things. So I think they're in a holding pattern, really, it's my guess, until they get to the point where that ride is open, the new Montezuma, and then they can move forward with whatever plans they've got going on. But we've heard for years that they're going to redo some of Ghost Town or expand it in some way into the space that they practically use all the time now, the backstage area. So permanently expanding it into that space. And they just haven't done it yet. But I mean, for all intents and purposes, that space is open like all year round now. I mean, they're using it for Boysenberry Festival. They're using it for Merry Farm. They're using it for Scary Farm. I mean, there's barely any time throughout the year that summer nights they use that. So it's like it's basically open all year round at this point.
Dude, I can't find that trailer anymore from Camp Snoopy, like the original one. I can't find it no more, Danny.
I know the only thing it's going to be on is like one of our speculation Sundays or like a live stream.
Damn, it'd be hard to find that now.
I sent you a message, Mondo.
Let me see. Our Nonce Adventure says, finish Camp Snoopy and give us the theater they promised. Let's see. You want to see the booth video, Danny?
Yeah, there's some actually some new videos that we didn't show earlier when we were talking about the booth construction and Portos construction. We got some new angles from Disney Scoop guy, who was going to the resort during the closure, the blockout period, because he was trying to do his 365 days a year challenge that he did for himself. So, he was visiting the resort during that time, but he got some really cool views of like the trees being torn down and also La Brea Bakery being ripped up too.
Wait, La Brea Bakery's getting ripped
from
out
the monorail
too? Wow.
Yeah, that's the whole garden right there from the La Brea Bakery side.
Wow, this video is long. You got another view? Oh my god. Dude, I can't believe there's construction happening like this with little kids on the other side. It's so scary.
Just tearing down trees.
Yeah, Disney tearing down trees with little kids on the other side of the wall. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird, man. Damn. I didn't know they are already just they're La Brea Bakery's done. Very, very soon. Wow.
Yeah, you haven't really covered any of this from the monorail, have you?
I've been blocked, Daddy. I just got unblocked.
Well, you went the other day just to do fun stuff, right?
It was a family day. My next trip to Disneyland will be all update orientated. I'll be going to see if anything is kind of coming to life with the harbor side. I want to go to the corner where Disney has put up walls essentially for Coco Land. I want to see that in person. I did have a chance to see Avenger Campus. Let me bring that up. I can't believe I forgot. Man, that's
why you're bringing that up, Mondo. Our Knott's Adventure just says, I want the damn canoe back. I agree. I want it back too. It's stupid that it's gone. There's literally like a metal stump there, and they've done nothing there. It doesn't make any sense to me because they didn't move it where they were supposed to, and they just took it away for no reason. Like it was the dumbest thing they could have ever done. And then he's asking for a new marketplace. So essentially, Knott's Berry Farm's downtown Disney. She wants an upgrade, saying that it's been 70 years and it's due for an upgrade. Well, but honestly, I think the charm of the Knott's Berry Farm marketplace makes it great on that side. So like the Knott's Chicken Dinner side and the Virginia's And the Starbucks side, I feel like that side to me I like. It's the other side that had the TGIF and the peanut store. That side needs to be redone.
Yeah, the TGIF. How hasn't that been replaced already? You would have thought like some some chain brand would like to go in there. Easy, easy. Just make it an in and out. Simple as that. I don't know what else to say. Um, but I think for nonce, um, it's probably a small step, but I feel like it would be a great step. Um, the Wild West stunt show should come back. They already have the choreograph. They probably know how to hire and train people very quickly for that show. And I bet you there's a lot of people itching to work that show. Because I remember some of those actors are still at Knott's. They're just doing other things, but they were part of the Wild West stunt show. I feel like that Wild West stunt show just really supplants, like, you're in Ghost Town. You could go over here shooting shotguns and doing funny stunts, and it's cool. I love the Wild West stunt show. The stinky guy, like, man, I've always been sad that it never came back since the pandemic. I think that would be a nice step in the direction. And Knott's loves entertainment. I don't know why that hasn't been a priority to bring that back. Um, they're willing to do a garbage hanging, but they can't bring back the stunt show. Stupid, so stupid. But I wanted to bring up. It's kind of weird that we even forget to talk about this. I almost feel like it should be one of our biggest priorities, but I don't know. People don't care too much. That's why it kind of gets forgotten. But Avenger Campus, lots of construction happening, and it's exciting because for all we know, these walls can be closed up pretty soon, and they really start doing the juicy stuff. Did you ever see this construction, Danny? Look at that. That's all brand new, dude. Behind the Sanctum. That's brand. Look at all that, dude. They've built a lot. Another thing, and this is from the what is it called? This is from the Pixar Pal Around. So I was all the way at the top. That's how I got these views. I'm still not sure how this makes sense right here. I almost feel maybe that's the end of the ride. I haven't been able to make out what that is, this area. But yeah, this is Infinity Defense and the Tony Stark Kuka ride, whatever that's going to be called. What are your thoughts on all this construction, Danny, for Avenger Campus expansion?
I think that new area that you pointed out, that's what we're seeing there is the new entrance that we're going to get from Cars Land into Avengers Campus, because that whole area is changing right there than what it used to. They kind of have to rework that to fit around the new area behind the old wall that was there. So, because remember they tore all that out when we were looking at it. Remember, all of a sudden, like, the trees were cleared out and it was just totally empty there, and you're like, oh my gosh. So they started building all of that, and that's probably going to be part of the new entrance space right there that you're walking into, that leads into, because remember, you turn the corner right there, and at least on the concept art, you're seeing the Stark Flight Lab, like, right away.
Yeah. Do you think this will be like just like a quick entrance? Or will it be kind of like Galaxy's Edge, where it's like you're transitioning from Cars to Avengers? You think
Well, they did say that we were getting another restroom, and Brian Lansing in the chat said that that's the restroom building. So I thought maybe it would be attached to where the rides were going to be, but he's saying that's the restroom building.
So there's more stuff coming on this right side over here. We just don't know yet.
Yeah, because I know they did say that they were going to build another restroom, because they only have one there, and it wasn't very big because it was just the Bugs Land one, like, essentially kept completely intact. They just changed a little bit of the theming on the outside, and that restroom was not nearly as big enough as the amount of crowds that come in for Avengers Campus. So it makes sense that they're doing another restroom. And that it's at the entrance there at the back of Cars Land.
What do you think?
kind of nice too because the only restrooms in Cars Land are right there at Flo's, and those aren't always that easy to get to either.
I hate Cars Land restrooms. Esho, it's just crammed. It's never a pleasant. Like it's not like in and out. Same thing with the Avenger Campus bathrooms. Those are garbage too. They're the worst actually. I think those are the worst. You know who has good bathrooms or restrooms? Hollywood Land. I love Hollywood Land. Right by like the food truck. You know which ones I'm talking about, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
You go in, out, boom, boom. So efficient, super efficient in that area. What do you think about this massive building, Danny? Because this thing is gigantic. This Avenger Campus expansion, I don't doubt this is like $1 billion that's literally going into this, dude. There's a lot of money here. What are your thoughts?
I mean, this is how it should have opened, right? It should have opened with all of this stuff. And that's what we got teased, pre-pandemic. So it's finally, finally coming to fruition, and people might actually start, spending more time in this land other than just walking through it. So, I'm sure a lot of people are going to love these new attractions coming in and potentially new quick service restaurant. I know Theme Park IQ shared. We talked about that on last week's episode. And it's just like a beverage size stand location, but still some new things for people to try and experience, kind of like shawarma.
Yeah, I'm excited. I Avengers is also, or not Avengers, but Marvel is headed in a great direction. We got Doomsday not that far away. I think tomorrow's the official day that we get an X-Men trailer or an X-Men clip. I'll say X-Men clip in front of Avatar tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big day. So Marvel is it's going to go loco again. We got a super chat, Maximum Hair 2026. Let's go. Maximum respect, Mondo. Danny, favorite 2025 moments. Happy New Year to all the Fire fam. Let's go. Your top 3 moments, Danny, of the theme park world. Your top 3 moments. It's hard to just off the top of your head, but what are your top?
One of them is definitely seeing Mondo eat those wings in January 2025.
Well, you guys don't see behind the scenes, I was cussing a lot because it hurt. Those wings hurt so bad. I was like, people are crazy eating these things. This is stupid.
The other was for sure the kickoff of the 70th and having Paint the Night come back. That was like a huge moment, I think, for a lot of people. Just being able to hear that music again, seeing it for the first time, doing the dining package. It was super fun. So I definitely loved that for sure. And then I think the next major thing, I don't know. I feel like for me it's definitely HHN. I feel like HHN is like, when I think back for 2025, the thing that stands out to me, it's got to be like a tie for like FanFest nights and HHN, because both were like, when I think about theme parks as a whole, the 70th kickoff stood out, of course, but like those two things were just so like really a lot of fun.
For me, like just off the top of my head, Back to the Future, when I finally did it, I was just like, I can't believe this is real. And the other part I couldn't believe, I have a pass and I could keep doing this. I was like, I was mind blown by FanFest, Back to the Future, Destination Hill Valley. It was crazy. To me, that was crazy. The second one, it has to be the Scaramony for Halloween Horror Nights. I'll never forget the first one that I did. I was like, this is 5 minutes. And I looked at my phone. This is 7 minutes Scaramony. I couldn't believe my eyes. That Scaramony, I want to watch it right now. How about that? I want to watch it right now. Hold on, Danny. I want to bring
It
that
was
up.
it was fun every time we went to HHN, and especially the night I went. That was a really fun night too.
I
So
want to watch that ceremony real quick, Danny. We're not gonna watch the whole 5 minutes, but I just want to watch it. I just want to watch it. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Where are we at? Right here.
Mondo still gets to chill.
And it keeps going, dude. It just that Ice Nine Kill song plays. I just remember watching it like, whoa, like I get to watch this 5 times a day if I want. I was blown away. Yeah, HHN ceremony, and then I think my third moment, where like I just was blown away was just recently New Year's Eve live stream, kicking off or ending 2025 and then kicking off 2025 at Universal. Yeah, all my favorite memories are at Universal. Some honorable mentions though. Paint the Night for sure. Opening day, that hype was like super high hype. But yeah, those are my three for sure. FanFest, HHN, and New Year's. Those are my top three. We'll see if Disneyland could kick in there somewhere. Another honorable mention, DC Heroes and Villains Fest at Six Flags. I'm their number one fan of that event. God, I love that event. And I hope they bring it back. I don't know if that's on the schedule this year, but I hope they bring it back. That was so badass. But thank you, Maximum Herald. Maximum respect.
We got a member message from Judy1570. Did you get that one already? I don't remember.
Let me see. Let me just bring up Judy on my thing. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I think we missed Judy. Judy! 46 months. By far! Sorry, Judy. Hi from San Diego. What's up, San Diego? Hi, Mondo Danny. Thank you for today's Speculation Sunday. No, thank you, Judy. 46 months. Wow. Thank you, Judy. All the way from San Diego. I've been itching to go to San Diego. I know that sounds weird to say, but I'm not going for SeaWorld, I'll tell you that much, or the Legoland. But I've been wanting to go to SeaWorld just to go see the ocean and just be in that area. I love San Diego area. And I also want to go to that Mexican food spot I like down there. I already forgot what it was called. Oh, man. What is the Mexican?
We have a message from Theme Park and Things, Super Chat, said, imagine if they make that a land with an attraction and a queue entrance that goes through the clock tower for Back to the Future, and we get to eat at the dinner. I'm guessing he meant to say diner.
Dude, trust me, people are going to cry. People are never going to want to leave. Back to the Future, its stronghold on nostalgia is insane. It's insane. It's extremely nostalgic now. And what's cool, I think Back to the Future is so strong that even the kids are going to get into Back to the Future, and as weird as it sounds, but they'll tend to love the old movies too. And now that there's like a musical, so like I know this is just wishful thinking, but a Back to the Future land, I would hope it has an attraction like a big ride, big money ride. But I also hope it has a Broadway show like the Disney cruise or the Disney cruise, like the cruises. There's some cruises out there that have Back to the Future Broadway now. Why can't that come to the theme park? And it could be something that is only done like on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's not a problem. But I would love a Broadway show too to come to Universal Studios Hollywood. And of course, a diner. And the land would just be beautiful. And all the characters. Most importantly, the characters. There's so many characters that can just come to life for Back to the Future. But you know, God willing, it's up to the owners of that IP if that's something they care to put their IP on. I would hope so. I would love to give this IP to Universal, please. Yeah, San Diego, Old Town. What are you going to say, Danny?
I was saying, Mondo Arnott's Adventure said Heroes and Villains is back June 19th to July 25th.
Wait. Say that again, Danny?
Arnott's Adventure posted in the chat, Heroes and Villains at Six Flags is back June 19th to July 25th.
I was like, am I hearing that right? So it is on the list. Wow. You know, I talked to some of the people that are involved in that, and they're like, we're going to go bigger next year. And I was like, I want to see it first. But I'm a believer in whatever you guys do. You guys are treating this property beautifully. But hey, if it's on the schedule, you best believe I'll be there June 19th. Without it, I'll probably be there the first 2 or 3 days for that event. Six Flags on fire. Stuff, man.
What about taking Max back to the Aquarium of the Pacific?
Yeah, I like the Aquarium of the Pacific a lot, actually. They've been kind to like host us once before. I love that location. The aquarium, I don't know. I kind of want to do something else in that. Like, yeah, I'm going to say I've been there, done that. So I don't want to go back to it. I don't know. I just kind of want to try different stuff than the aquarium. But it is a very cool aquarium. I love that aquarium. Disney should bring Viva to Hollywoodland. That's probably where it's going, dude. It comes on Mission Breakout Gates, and then they move it to the Hyperion Courtyard. Only time will tell, man, if that ends up happening. Danny, to kind of end things, are we gonna get D23 news soon? What do you think about that? Because that's kind of on the horizon for us. Ticket buying, maybe they announce what the hell's even gonna happen.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on D23?
That's one of the things I'm looking forward to the most for this year is D23. So it's the reason why Mondo and I haven't bought tickets to these After Dark events, because we know there's an expensive ticket on the horizon in February or March. So I assume we're going to hear some information soon. They told us that we're going to get information on details for ticket buying and stuff like that. So they'll probably share prices. We already know the dates, right? We already know that they're going back to Honda Center. What has changed since the last year is that the Honda Center has a parking structure now. And the landscape around the Honda Center has really changed. So that's going to really affect the way that the transportation works. And I think they want to try to iron that out a little bit too, because there was something like them talking about how they weren't too pleased with kind of how that went. So that's going to be all into play there. If you guys remember, I made the brilliant move last year, switching my hotel to the Tiny Airs Hotel and Suites right across from the Honda Center. And it was the most clutch thing that I've ever done because we could finish at the Honda Center and then just walk across the crosswalk from the Honda Center back to our hotel and not have to deal with that mess of people trying to come back. And it seems like everyone did the same thing because the Ayers Hotel is now fully sold out a year away from as of a year ago, like to the date. So like summertime, it was already sold out, and it's still sold out now from what I've seen. So no rooms at the Ayers Hotel. So you're going to be just sticking with the regular convention center stuff. So I'm excited though. I'm excited to see how D23 is changing this year. We know there's no marketplace, so the show floor will solely be Disney curated and made. I would guess if they're going to give any space to, I feel like there's still a room for them to give space to like outside vendors, and maybe we see something like outside the convention center or in the surrounding hotels convention centers right there, for these third party vendors to sell things. I feel like that's still a possibility, but Disney's trying to utilize all of the show floor space that they possibly can for their own curated things. And I think what worked out really well last year is they really leaned heavily on experiential things, and that did well. So they had a smaller version of the way they filmed The Mandalorian, the volume, set up in the Lucasfilm area. They had a really cool walkthrough through the TVA for the Marvel area in the back. They had a National Geographic experience I never even got to do because the line was so long. Literally every single day
it was long.
Event.
Yeah.
They had an Avatar walkthrough that had a line pretty much the whole time the event was there. So they did a really good job with these experiential things, and I feel like we're going to see more of that.
I hope we get more of that. That was super. I love that aspect of it.
One thing I want to say, Mondo, too, is that like we got to think back to the OG D23 event, the 2009 one. They had that setup for Imagineering, and it was so cool. There was like a queue that you waited in. There was a whole pre-show, and then the doors would open to the giant rooms of, at the time there was a huge cruise ship in there. They were talking about like the Dream and the Fantasy because they hadn't been built yet.
Yeah.
It was just like a really cool like walkthrough experience, and they had this whole like Soarin'-esque room that you could walk into to experience what it would be like to walk into Cars Land because that wasn't built yet either. So it was like a really cool thing that they had set up, and we haven't really kind of seen that level from Imagineering at D23, except for when they had the Epcot experience that revealed itself like halfway through the event when they talked about all the stuff coming to Epcot that never actually came. But that was like that was the last time I remember the Imagineering exhibit being super cool. I know that this last time they tried to kind of do that. They had like multiple rooms and it was supposed to be guided, but I know, Mondo, that was the biggest show that ever existed. It was so unorganized. It was like you didn't even know what line you were waiting in, or like people were just walking freely from room to room. It was so unclear as to like how it was supposed to be done.
You don't even know where the start and end is. It's just
and a very stark contrast to like the TVA walkthrough. That was so well done, like so well done. It was super organized. There was like actors in it, super cool. So like the Imagineering team's got to step up for their exhibit at D23 because that was a total disaster.
I feel like the Imagineering exhibit could like double or triple in size the amount of projects that are like live right now. You have Villains Land, Cars
and ones
Land,
that we don't have details on.
Monsters Inc. Land, Avenger Land, Coco Land, Avatar, like gosh, Lion King, Encanto Land, Tropical America. Like dude, Imagineering could be huge at D23, and it'd be super cool. It's super cool. I really do hope Disney this year just unveils a lot. Stop hiding stuff from everybody. Unveil it. We're so deep into all these projects. We're years into these things being announced and nothing. So I don't know. I want more meat on the bone this D23. All right, Danny. Closing thoughts. Danny.
Closing thoughts, yeah. Well, that kind of led into my thought. I was going to say, what are we looking forward to the most in 2026? For me, it was D23, and of course, seeing all these construction projects happen. I'm just excited to kind of have a reason to really, be documenting things at Disneyland on a regular basis because we have these big projects coming. There was so much lead up to the 70th, when we were kind of speculating and doing that. And this feels kind of like that again, right? We have these new projects to watch as they change. I mean, as Porto starts to grow, that's going to be a really big project. Then we can see the parking structure. We got, Avengers Campus. There's Avatar. There's Coco. So there's so many things that we can keep an eye on. And then with the D23 on the horizon, we can start seeing setup for that. That's going to be different this year. It's going to be a lot of stuff to cover. So I'm looking forward to a lot of it this year, talking about it here and discussing it with everyone as it happens. So,
yeah, 2026. Right now, my mind's just on FanFest. That's all I think about right now is FanFest. But yeah, I'm excited. Lunar New Year is right around the corner, and I honestly, in my heart, I feel like FanFest announcements are right around the corner. Like, I don't know if it's next week, but I feel it's close. We're very, very close. I just want to give a big shout out real quick from Jess, our mod. Super chat $10. Happy 3rd birthday to Max Rudy. It's almost his birthday. I can't believe it. 3 years old. It's kind of crazy with Max because just seeing him be a kid, it really ignites your kid. Me being the dad, being an adult, it ignites my kid more, like my little kid awareness. I don't know how else to say it. Like it's cool because when you get older, you kind of lose sight of being a kid, kid mentality, or just the kid joys. I guess that's the best word I could say.
You do.
Because like Max, lots of times for him, something awesome is like the moon. Like to him, it's like holy there's a freaking moon in the sky. How the heck? Like to him, it's probably like what? There's a moon, and you know what I mean? So to me, I get excited with the moon. Oh my god! Like I don't know, it's just crazy. It's like I've gone back in time. I'm a kid now. But thank you, Jess. We're gonna be celebrating his birthday big time. Hopefully, very.
Thank you, Jess. Thanks for sending that over.
All right. Thank you, Danny. Awesome Speculation Sunday. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Just smash that like button if you haven't already. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week coming up, and hopefully the rain kind of calms down and we could go out there and have fun in the sunshine. I miss dry days, I guess I could say. I miss it. Too much rain. All right. Thank you, Danny. We are firing it down. La Cali Bay, just as Danny are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.